night owl, and I wander the streets of my small town on my skate. Usually, I get bored of watching TV inside my apartment about 2 a.m. That's when I get out of my TV zombie mode and get ready for my 3 a.m. skate routine. I get out my backpack, put my sweater on and a beanie, and make sure my phone is fully charged. Then I head out while having my headphones in and puff on a J or two while cruising along. I usually take the same route, behind Old Mayberry High School, up past Town Square, by the Grand Old Water Tower, then head up on that Grand Old Water Tower and have a smoke and look at the view of the town just standing there. It's peaceful and beautiful, and I'm left with this feeling of just peace. I look off in the distance, and all of a sudden, the lights start cutting out. Boom, 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 just like dominoes. And I think to myself, how strange. The streetlights should be on, but they're not. All of a sudden, a bright beam of light shoots up into the sky. Well, I guess I better go check this out. So I start walking around the water tower, and I have my hand down. Then the railing snaps. Whoa! I almost fall, and thankfully the railing caught the back of my shirt and was able to get my balance back. I began walking down the steps of the water tower. As I get back on the ground, I pull an extra shirt out of my backpack and put it on, and then I start heading toward the weird beam of light. Now it's around 4 a.m., and as I'm heading toward the area, I'm starting to see a bunch of black SUVs, so I go ahead and try to go around them. I might have to take the long way, but I gotta see why they're blocking off the area. As I get a little closer, my phone starts going crazy. So I go ahead and turn it off for the time being, and then the lights start shooting off again. And now I have to run and hide behind this building. I can't take a look as it's only 150 feet away. I have no idea about its effect and what it may do to me. Something strange is happening. The first yellow beam was yellow, but now this one is blue-yellow beam of light. It goes on now for about 2 minutes or more. But then it stopped, and yet another fleet of SUVs arrive. They are full agents of some sort, wearing black suits, red ties, black glasses. They are all bald with buzz cuts, no, more like skinheads. They have no hair and wear only black suits, black shoes. I hear one of them say,
"We need to check the area for about 50 miles.
And they spanned out. I'm still hunched down behind this building, wondering how I'm going to get out of here now. I decide to quietly sneak by them and go back home and try to wrap my head around this whole thing. I think that I'm being followed by one of these SUVs. So I hop off my skateboard and I book it in between some houses. I duck and wait for them to pass, which they do. I'm walking in between some more houses and this guy taking out the trash. It seems like I scared the heck out of him because he yells at me, "What the heck? You almost gave me a heart attack there, Sonny, trying to take out the trash." I say to the man, "I'm sorry," and head on my way down the alley like nothing had happened. Then I roll on over to my house and put my board up against the wall, take off my backpack, and hit the hay, and then I plug my phone in, and then I crash. Later that afternoon, I wake up to a splitting headache, so I go ahead and pour me a glass of Dr. Fizz, and let's just hope it's just a caffeine headache. I go ahead and do an online search to see if there's anything on the news about last night's beam of light. There is nothing. There is just some old stuff you see about the economy, the weather, and fashion trends. Oh, and I almost forgot. The last thing that happened, the latest thing that happened to celebrities too. Really? They can't share anything real anymore, nothing. So later on that night, at around 3 a.m., I start heading out. I make my way around the town, and then I make my way back towards the water tower. Now they have it fenced off with barbed wire. Well, shoot, there goes my fun, seeing the town at night. Then I begin to think, wait, there's an old abandoned hospital we have here. I think it has a helipad on top. Let me go skate over there and see if I can maybe get in. Well, I go around the area and scope it out. It looks like there's a slightly few broken windows. I might be able to get in if I just throw a rock or a stick or something. As I'm looking around on the ground for something to throw out the window, I find a few rocks and toss it out the window and it shatters. Then I hop on over. I think I must be off in one of the main break rooms because there's a vending machine with some candy bars and chips. I'm a little hungry. I grab a few of them and I start heading down the hallway. As I'm walking down, passing all the rooms, they're all different of some sort of theme. One has zebras and lions, the other has bears and giraffes. I'm guessing I was in the kids area of the hospital, and there was even a monolith-sized doctor in gold with a lollipop in his hand, and a shooting star behind the with a smile on his face. Now that's just a little creepy, even weirder at night. I get toward the stairs, only like 15 flights of stairs. That's not too much. As I'm heading up the first 5, I start to hear laughter coming above. So I open the door to the 6th floor, and the laughter continues. I open up one of the office doors and see a small box sitting on the table, moving back and forth. Oh, so that's what's making all the noise. So I go ahead and hurl it across the room, and it smashes into small pieces. Now that I'm satisfied with the Jack-in-the-Box, I can head up to the next floors. While I'm walking, I see something out of the corner of my eye dart across the hall, so fast. Then I turn my head, and then it's gone. So I keep walking, and then I see it again. But this time, I see it in the moonlight. It had a shadow that was darting back and forth. It was just a small cat of some sort, probably catching a mice. Okay, now focus on the task at hand. I got to get to the roof of this building. I'm now on the 10th floor, only 5 more to go. Now I'm at the top of the abandoned hospital, helicopter on the helipad. I think, let me go see if the door is open. I walk over to it and notice that there are keys in it. So I say, screw it. And I put on the radio headset, turn all the switches, turn the key, and it fires up. Luckily, I had taken a few simulation about helicopters for fun. My grandpa used to be a pilot, and he inspired me to take classes and fly a helicopter. We're all about to see if it paid off. I grab the wheel and I pull back. I take off into the sky and I'm shaking. I'm nervous. It's been a while since I've done a simulation. It's about 4 a.m. and I'm off toward the direction of that light the other night to see if I'm able to see anything. I see is a big giant farm. It looks like an old cornfield there. It's big. A big giant beam like the one that I saw the other night that shot up out the sky. Then all of a sudden, I get a radio call saying I was in a no-fly zone. I had better respond or get shot down, so I respond with some accent saying, "Please do not shoot me. Please do not shoot. I will turn around." And I head back toward the hospital. Of course, I say screw it. And then I land in a ballpark nearby. Then I get out and make a run toward my house. But before I can get there, black SUVs surround me and take me in handcuffs and throw me in the back and put a black bag over my head. They drive off and go somewhere, maybe some warehouse. Then they take the black blindfold off my head and start asking me questions about what I had seen the other night and why I had gotten the helicopter and flown over there. They start asking me questions like if I know anything about the Stardust Project. I says, I don't know what you're talking about. Stardust Project. I have no clues what this so-called Stardust Project is. One man slams his hand on the table and says, "You know dang well. I also want you to know how to fly that helicopter. You tell me." I tell him, I took flight simulation classes. I wanted to learn how to fly more. When I saw in the area of that light that popped out of the sky, and then you say you blocked off the water tower, and then all of a sudden now I'm over here landing in the baseball fields. Then you show up, blacked out SUV, and now I'm handcuffed. What else is going on? I have a black gag over my head, and now I don't know where I am. I don't know where I'm going. All I know is that we are driving to some location. I'm assuming this location is underground. He barks back. Well, you're one smart kid there. You think you got it all figured out, don't you? Your puny mind can't even comprehend what we're about to unveil to you, son. You have no idea what you have stumbled upon. The Stardust Project does need extra soldiers. And boy, do you fit the criteria. You are cautious, you are clever, agile, you can handle a helicopter, and you seem to be in great shape. You see, We are working on a superhuman soldier program. Only a small group of powerful people even know about this division. We work outside the government. We are funded by them, but they are not of our movements. For we are the shadow pulling the strings, making your sad little politicians doing our bidding. Welcome to the world of Obsidian, a deeply multinational organization that runs across governments and corporations. We will remake this world, and you, yes you, will be a small part of this new initiative. Hey everyone, if you like the story, remember to subscribe, comment, and like.